Hello everyone, today class number 32 for EMFT. Class 32 for EMFT. Okay, so today's topic is the magnetic potential. Okay, so write magnetic potential. Okay, so right, magnetic potential enables a magnetic flux production. Magnetic potential enables the magnetic flux production. That is, if any pole of a magnet having higher potential will produce more effective flux and can also more effective flux for north pole and can also for south pole. The more effective flux can be absorbed by this pole. Okay, that means if its potential is high, means always remember, for in according to this electrical system, suppose a circuit consists of a point, suppose it is a point and it is B point. If this VA is the potential for A point and VB is the potential for B point, and if we consider this VA is greater than VB, only that case a current is flowing through this I to B. Okay, so this current IAB will have a direction from A to B only when this VA is greater than VB. So that is the same condition if we consider a bar magnet or any type of magnet or any system having two poles. Okay, so suppose the flux is emptying from here and leaving up to here. Okay, so we can say that it will be north pole and it will be south pole, right? And always remember the north pole having the higher potential compared to south pole. As the same analogy of this electrical circuit, as we consider this A point having the magnet higher potential due to which the current is flowing from A to B. Okay, and here also same condition will be arrived, that is whenever the north pole is present and the respective south pole is also present, then the north pole will produce emitting the flux phi, and which will be accepted by the south pole over here. Okay, so that means the potential at this north pole will be higher than that of the south pole. Okay, so this is your analogy with the positive potential, and this is the analogy with your negative potential. Always remember with respect of it. Okay, so your north pole is higher potential compared to south pole. This is called the potential. This is the concept of potential. Okay, so the magnetic potential are of two types. First one, magnetic scalar potential. And second one, magnetic vector potential. Today I have to complete these two. Okay, so write down the statement first for magnetic scalar potential. Right, magnetic scalar potential is a useful tool. Magnetic scalar potential is an useful tool in describing the magnetic field around a current source. Okay, so the magnetic scalar potential is a useful tool in describing the magnetic field around a current source. Okay, so it is defined only in regions of space. In the absence of current. Always remember, scalar potential is present only in the region where the current is not present. Okay, so we know under this case curl of H equals to J, right? We know curl of H equals to J for a steady state system. That means a steady state current is arrived. We know if a steady state current is arrived, then only a magnetic field is generated across it. Okay, so if the current density J equals to 0, that means what? Current density J equals to 0 means what? It has no current. So if a system contains no current, then only the scalar potential is present. Okay. Then we have curl of H equals to 0 vector. Okay, because the curl of any vector results vector quantity. So that's why you have to take it as a vector. Okay. So right, and so we can write the magnetic field H vector. So we can write the magnetic field of H vector as the gradient of scalar quantity, because we know if any curl will be 0, then we can write that this H equals to, after solution of it, H equals to minus gradient of some scalar. Okay, so if it is 0, then because of we know curl of gradient will be 0. Okay, so curl of any gradient will be 0. So by comparing these two, we can write this, the H equals to this one. Okay, H equals to this one. Okay, so right here Vm, whatever I have written in the bracket, Vm is called the magnetic scalar potential. Vm is called the magnetic scalar potential and expressed in amperes. So what is the unit? Expressed in amperes. So right, similar to the relation between the electric field intensity, similar to the relation of electric field intensity and the electric potential V, the magnetic scalar potential can also be written as Vm equals to minus H dot dl, right? So similarly V equals to minus E dot dl. So similar concept over here. Actually electrical potential is a scalar quantity, and we can assume the same type of potential is also present for your magnetic system. That means Vm is a magnetic scalar magnetic potential or magnetic scalar potential. Okay, so this equation valid as we have this V equals to minus E dot dl, analogy with your electrical system. Okay, right, since the divergence of magnetic flux density is 0, so from the Maxwell's third relation, now we are taking the Maxwell's third relation. So for this magnetic scalar potential, we have to call the Maxwell's fourth equation, that is curl of H equals to 0. From here we can say that if it is 0, then H can be written in the form of minus del of Vm. Okay, so gradient of Vm. So this is your from Maxwell's fourth equation, and now we are taking the Maxwell's third relation also, that is divergence of B equals to 0, or we can say divergence of mu naught into H also be 0, and divergence of H should be equals to 0, right? We know this equation, and now H equals to what? Negative of gradient of Vm. So divergence of gradient of Vm with a negative sign. So that means what? Divergence of gradient means what? Laplacian, we know it. So Laplacian is a scalar function. That's why we are not putting any arrow over this nabla operator. So Vm should be equals to 0. This is your ultimate formula. So the Laplacian of Vm equals to 0. So for this magnetic scalar potential, we can find first relation, okay, and second relation, okay, and third relation. These three equations are very much important for your magnetic scalar potential. Okay, so right, this equation shows the magnetic scalar potential satisfy the Laplace equation. So this equation shows the magnetic scalar potential satisfy the Laplace equation in a source free region. That means when J equals to 0, current density, there is no current density. So for a source free region, the magnetic scalar potential only exists. Okay, so now I will move into the magnetic vector potential. Okay, so magnetic scalar potential is completed. Now I will move into the magnetic vector potential. Write down the heading magnetic vector potential. Okay, so right, we know from the Maxwell's third relation, again Maxwell's third relation will be called here, that is divergence of B equals to 0. Hence B can be expressed as B can be expressed as curl of another vector A, say. So A equals to non-zero vector. Non-zero vector, okay, say. We are considering it, okay. So A vector equals to non-zero vector. So B vector equals to curl of A. We are taking it, assuming it, okay. Actually, we are assuming it, okay. Because why you can assume? Because we know divergence of curl of any vector will always shows zero or null scalar, right? It will be null scalar, okay. From your vector identity, I am again telling that this is one of the vector identity which is very much important, okay. And in case of exam purpose, for your exam purpose, this type of question frequently asks what is null scalar and what is null vector, okay, and what is Laplacian also, okay. These three questions are frequently come from these vector identities, okay. So you have to learn very well. And so what will be your result? So now write where A vector equals to, where A vector is known as the magnetic vector potential. This A vector is nothing but your magnetic vector potential, okay. So write magnetic vector potential is expressed in, the magnetic vector potential is expressed in Weber per meter or in Newton per ampere. That is whatever the unit of A, there is now a number of units, that is first unit will be Weber per meter, second unit may be Newton per ampere or volt second per meter also there, okay, volt second per meter, okay. So now write the Ampere's law. From the Ampere's law we have curl of B will be equals to mu naught into J, right, from the Maxwell's fourth equation also, okay. So now put over this B value. So curl of A which will be equals to mu naught into J, okay. So from this vector entity, again we are applying the vector entity. Curl of curl means what? Curl of curl means gradient of divergence of A minus Laplacian of A square of A equals to mu into J vector, okay. So this is your after identity. So please practice this identities also, which is very much important also. So this divergence of curl and curl of curl, these are very much important to identities, okay. And there is a frequently asked question that this proof that curl of curl which will be equals to gradient of divergence minus Laplacian, okay, gradient of divergence minus Laplacian, okay. You have to prove it, okay. So now in our here we can use this identity here, okay. So now write we know divergence of A equals to 0, which is called, why? Because we know divergence divergence of B equals to 0. That's why we are taking at B equals to what, A over here. So A is a value for B, okay. A is a part of B, so that's why divergence of B equals to 0, then obviously divergence of A equals to 0. And this relation we know, this bracket, right, Coulomb's gauge condition, Coulomb's gauge condition, okay. Therefore minus del 2 or Laplacian of A equals to mu J, right. If it is putting over 0 here, then it will be looks like here, so it will be equals to negative of this one, okay. Negative Laplacian of A vector equals to negative of mu naught into J vector, okay. So right, this equation is similar to that Poisson's equation, right. This equation is similar to the Poisson's equation, okay, whose solution is A vector equals to J by 4 pi epsilon naught triple integration of rho v by r dv, okay. This is your ultimate definition for A. And here you have to remember the equation, this equation and this equation, okay. You have to remember here, okay. So write magnetic, write one conclusion over here, right. magnetic vector potential is defined in the region with any finite value of current. So as it has some non-zero j, it has in this equation having some non-zero j, and which is satisfy the Poisson's equation by some j vector, that means a current, non-zero current density over there. So that will be, you can write that the magnetic vector potential is defined in the regions with any finite value of current. Okay, so scalar potential is applicable for a region where current density is 0, that means there is no current, and the vector potential can be applied on a region where current should be present, or current maybe a finite current may be present. Okay, so this is your today's topic, and today I will start the next topic also, as there is a time. So your topic number, it should be 8, right? Topic number 8. Okay, forces due to magnetic field. Forces due to magnetic field. Okay, right, there are 3 ways, right? There are 3 ways. Okay, there are 3 ways of experiencing force due to magnetic field. There are 3 ways of experiencing the force due to magnetic field. Write this statement first. There are 3 ways of experiencing the magnetic force. Okay, first one, right? Force on a moving charged particle in a magnetic field. Force on a moving charged particle in magnetic field. Second one, right? Force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. Force on a current carrying conductor in magnetic field. And third one, right? Force between 2 current carrying conductors. Force between 2 current carrying conductors. Okay, these 3 applications, these 3 types of force due to magnetic fields are exist. Okay, so these 3 forces are very much important, and every cases there is a particular application. Okay, I will discuss the application one by one whenever I am discussing these topics individually. Okay, so today's class up to this much, and wait for next day. I will start these topics. Okay, thank you.